Today we're going to do an easy basket doodle. I probably should have sped that up. Here we go. We're going to start with a curved line, kind of like a semicircle, but a little more squarish. And then we're going to find the middle and leave a space when you connect it. That's going to be for the handle later on. Now for the three-dimensional part, you need to do an angle back, but like really lightly. Across, and then the same angle. And I left that space in the middle too. Then just swoop the side over, and that'll give it a little three-dimensionality. Next, we're going to draw the handle. So I'm doing like the same kind of shape as the basket, honestly. But you could do a circle or a square, doesn't really matter. Bring the handle up, both sides. I should have really made it a little taller, but that's okay. Then that same angle we did for the back lines, we're going to do for the top, and then just bring it straight down to the other side. So we're going to do a basket weave pattern. This is the simple one. 2 lines down, 2 lines over, 2 lines down, 2 lines over. You can also do a more complex one with 3 lines, or you even could do 4, it kind of doesn't matter. But for this doodle, we're just gonna do this simple one. Before we do the pattern, we're just gonna add a little, kind of like a frame at the top, like a little band. Try to make it cover where your basket handle connects, so it won't mess up when you do the pattern. So then we're just gonna get started. 2 lines down, 2 lines over. And make sure they curve. I'm curving them to the left and curving them down. So we're just gonna repeat that pattern. And just keep going until you reach the very edge of the basket. We will be adding a pattern to the side, but we'll do that at the end. For the next row, you just want to do the opposite. So over and down, look at the one above it and just do the opposite. It's not that hard. So if your lines are going down, you go over. If your lines are going over, you go down. It's kind of like a checkerboard pattern, but with weaving. Let's continue doing the opposite and filling the rows all the way across. You might notice that little inky mark that happened in the middle because I was drawing with pen, but that's okay. We're actually going to use that later on to create a little depth in the basket. So if that happens, if you are drawing with a pen, don't worry. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a doodle. For the bottom, you just have to kind of squeeze it in there and go wherever it fits. Then we're going to do the side. Depending on how wide you made it, you just have to add a couple. So I'm going to do just 2, kind of squeeze them in there. Whatever you can fit on yours, just make it go down, and then the overlines go kind of back and up. Same angle that we did for the back of the basket. Next, I'm just adding a little bit of texture to the band around the top. Just kind of emphasizing the length of the basket. We're going to kind of do the same thing with the handle. Imagine this is made of a flat piece of wood. I think it's called a reed, a basket reed. I have woven a basket before. Now back to that inky spot from earlier. We're just going to use it to create depth. Like I said, find any little holes in between the woven areas. Just kind of scribble them in. I did not do the neatest job on this. I also didn't go in order from left to right. That is okay. now you get to decide what you want to put inside your basket. And for mine, I just decided to fill it with eggs. So I started on the right side. I don't know why I started there. It doesn't matter which side you start on. But since I am a righty, this was kind of a silly side to start on because I'm going to have to lean on the wet ink as I draw, and that will be a risk. It'll be a risk that I might smudge the picture. But since it's just a doodle, it kind of doesn't matter. So I'm just kind of layering them and trying to make it look like they're all laying in different directions. Remember, eggs are sort of oblong. They're not just circles. So I'm trying to make it look like there's some in front, some in the middle, and some in the back. There. So we are going to next do some Easter grass and put it in between the spaces of the eggs, and trying to make it give this drawing a sense of movement, and it will also create a sense of depth within the basket. I'm just kind of adding them, flowing over the sides, coming out from behind the eggs. Now you don't have to do this, but whatever you do put in your basket, shade in between it so it does create a sense of depth within your drawing. Now just a few finishing touches with some shading on the back part of the handle, a little bit more texture, and I usually like to add a little shadow underneath the object that I drew, just to give it a sense of weight, like it's sitting in a real space, not just floating in the air. So I'm just adding some little lines, some little hatch marks coming out. Darker next to the bottom of the basket, and there. Now you just have to sign your drawing, and you did an easy basket doodle. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel.